Hi everyone, my name is Dana Berger. I'm a professional actress and acting coach in New York City, and today I'm going to talk to you about performing arts high school auditions. So students are being asked to self-tape their auditions at home. And today I'm going to give you some tips about how best to do that. If you're auditioning for a theater program in New York City, you are being asked to tape yourself performing 2 contrasting 1-minute monologues. Now, I go over how to choose monologues in a separate video on this channel, so you can check that out, and I'm not going to go into that in detail here. But I do want you to know that the Department of Education has released a suggested monologue list, and I'm going to put it in the description of this video, a link to that, so you can check that here. You don't have to pick a piece from that list. It's just a place to start as you look. But it is a good place for you to get a sense of the kind of pieces they're going to be expecting you to perform. So you should check that out. Now, let's talk about the technical aspects of filming this audition. The first thing I want you guys to know is that you don't need to go and spend a lot of money on film equipment for this. Any smartphone camera is high-tech enough for these auditions, okay? But I do want you to remember to film these auditions in horizontal as opposed to vertical. That means don't hold your phone like this when you film, hold it like this, okay? And if you need a parent or guardian or friend to help you set up the shot, that's fine. Now, you are going to have to prop up your phone in some way. You can buy a very inexpensive tripod, or you can just prop it up on some books that you have at home, but it is going to need to be freestanding, obviously, in order to film you. The second thing I want to talk to you guys about is the background. Do you notice how I'm standing in front of a blank wall? There's nothing distracting about it. It puts all your attention on me because there's nothing going on behind me. That's what you're going for with your audition tapes. Now, of course, if you don't have a perfectly blank wall, that's fine. It also doesn't have to be white. It just has to be not very distracting. Something else that you can do is you can hang a sheet behind you if that helps you create a not distracting background as well. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about is lighting. Lighting is crucial for these self-tapes because they really need to be able to see your face well. If you send in a dark or dim tape and they can't see all the acting choices you're making, it's not going to reflect well and they're not going to be able to see how great you are. So choose a spot that either has a lot of natural light, maybe in front of a window, so that your face is well lit by natural light coming through the window, or set up some lamps around you if you have a bunch of lamps at home, or you can buy a very inexpensive ring light. They have a lot of cheap options these days, and they can be very helpful. Don't stand in front of a bright window, and don't stand in front of bright lights because that will create backlighting and it will be very hard for them to see your face. So you always want the light to be coming from in front of you. Now let's talk about framing. You could frame your auditions the way I have it right now, which is basically from the chest to the head, or you can make a little bit of a wider shot, which I'm going to show you right now. So this is a little bit of a wider shot. It allows for some gesturing, some arm motion if that's part of your monologue, and that's fine. But I wouldn't go any wider than this because the further away you are from the camera, the less detail they're going to be able to see on your face, and they're not going to be able to see all the great acting choices that you're making. So don't go any wider than this. So that about covers it. I have a lot of other videos on this channel about the acting process of preparing these monologues, so you should check those out if you haven't already. So I wish you lots of luck on your performing arts high school auditions, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out in the comments or to email me.